good morning. Good to see you made it here. And we'll get going on our workout. It's about time for that daily 5. So we'll get started with your choice. 1 minute to start. And then we'll go into an EMOM, every minute on the minute, starting with 10 swings and then finishing with as many sit-ups as you like. And so every minute for the last 4 minutes, we'll do 10 swings, and then we'll go into as many sit-ups as you can. So for your swings, you can hold them in one arm if you want and alternate. You're hinging forward and popping that dumbbell out in front and then switching hands. Or if you want, you can get 2 hands on your dumbbell and just hold it with both hands and no alternating. And so either way, you'll do 10 swings, 5 per side, or 10 total. And then we'll go into as many sit-ups as you can in that remaining time. And that will be our daily 5. Questions about that? Morning, Adair, glad you could make it. All right, we'll get going. Starting with 1 minute of your choice. Starting in 10 seconds. 2, 1, go. Yeah, 1 minute of your choice. Let me keep messing with my screen. It looks weird. Thirty more seconds for your choice. Okay, it's better now. It's like, why does it look like that? All right, 3, 2, 1. And we'll switch into our EMOM. And so now we're going to do 10 swings plus sit-ups. Yep, 10 swings, and yeah, alternating one-arm swings or get both hands on that dumbbell for your swings. Either way is great. And you'll do 10 swings and then finish with some sit-ups. And again, just as many sit-ups as you're feeling. And you'll just be ready to start the swings again at the top of the next minute. Just coming up in 20 seconds. All right, back to the next minute in 3, 2, 1, go. 10 more swings. Yep, and then more sit-ups after you finish that. Thirty more seconds. Ten more seconds, and we'll do those swings again. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Thirty more seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, last round, 10 more swings. And then just finish up with the sit-ups that you would like. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little loose. You know, you can keep warming up as you like and stretch and get water, but you can also take a little breather. And next we're gonna do some Turkish Get Ups. And maybe they come up on other days, but I haven't seen them on our program, at least not recently. And so it's gonna take me a little minute to go over them because I really wanna show you how they look. And so I'm trying to make sure, might even move my thing a little bit because you really got to be able to see pretty good on these. I don't know if that's any better, but I'll go over some Turkish Get Ups for y'all next. And if you want to try, like watch a couple, maybe watch a couple. And then if you want to try to do some with me, that might be helpful too before we get started. And then maybe I'll try to guide you through the first couple rounds as well, because these can be pretty tricky. So the Turkish Get Up, you're going to start laying down on the ground with your weight extended over your chest, and then you're going to stand up with it, leaving it up over your head. So your arm stays out extended the entire time. And so that's what makes it a little bit tricky. To start though, we'll just try the movement without any weight, and that'll kind of give you the practice of how it looks. Also, it's been so long since I've done this, it takes me a minute to remember. Okay, so yeah, you're going to start lying on the ground. And if your weight is in your left hand, it's going to be extended out straight in front. Remember, it starts nice and straight. And so again, if I do have this weight here though, you know, I can get both hands on it and I can press it up over my chest with both hands, stabilize it in this one hand. And then I'll bring my other elbow. So if it's in my left hand, my right elbow is down on the ground next to me. My left foot, again, the weight is in my left hand. So my left foot is flat on the ground with my knee bent. And my right leg is off to the side, and I'm trying to cover as much ground as I can. Surface area is good for us here. You want to be nice and wide and have a stable, strong, wide base. So spread your legs out, get your elbow out wide. And then you're going to start with doing a big sit up. You're going to roll into your right elbow and kind of come up onto that right elbow. So you'll push into your left heel and come over onto your right elbow. All the while, this arm is reaching up toward the ceiling. Push toward the sky with this elbow. And then from here, you're going to kind of keep rolling and come all the way up onto your hand. So you sort of do this big sit up to start. You dig that elbow and push off your heel and sit all the way up onto your hand. And then from here, you're going to put weight in your right hand and your left foot and pop your hips up into the air. And then you're going to swoop that knee underneath. So now you're in this kneeling position, and again, nice and wide with your base. And then you can kind of sit up. If we were wide with our base, you should have your right knee pointing off to the side and your left knee pointing forward. And so you're going to have to kind of straighten out the angle of your hips here before standing up. And then from here, you can go into like a big reverse lunge. And then again, we want to open up our hips again. We want to be wide. So you're going to take this knee and open it up about 90 degrees. And then you can take this right hand and bring it straight down. So you're just leaning forward, and it stays in line with your right, sorry, it's your right hand, but it's in line with your right knee. So you're making kind of like a triangular base here. And then you're going to put weight in that right hand, put weight in that left foot, pick the leg up and sweep it underneath and drop your butt down where your knee was. And then come down and control onto your elbow and your shoulders. And then we'd switch arms. I'm not going to do any of these on my right. I'm going to demo only on my left. But you would switch arms. Or you could do 3 on your right side and then 3 on your left. It's up to you when we get to the reps. But for now, you can just keep practicing. And if you want, I'll do another round of describing it. You can join me again following along. We go a little bit faster. So we're going to keep that weight. This time it'll be like in your right arm. I guess I won't have my arm up. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it here, but I'll do it on the right side so I get all the sides right. So if it's in your right hand, your right knee is up, right foot's on the ground, left elbow, dig that left elbow into the ground, push into your right heel so that you're coming all the way up, big sit up, all the way up onto your hand. And again, this arm is extended here, straight up overhead. You're gonna drive your right foot into the ground, putting weight in your left heel. Hip comes up high, sweep that knee underneath so it comes under where your butt was. Hips are high, come up into this kneeling position. Again, you should have this like open stance. Close your hips and then go ahead and stand up from there. And then from here, you're gonna take a big lunge with that leg opposite of your arm. And then you'll open up your hips again and then come straight forward with your hands. So you're making this triangular shape at the bottom and then putting weight in your right arm and your left hand. You're gonna hover your knee and sweep it through underneath, dropping your butt where your knee was, and then elbow down, shoulder down, all the way to the ground. And so we're gonna do 3 per side, and we're gonna try to do 4 sets in 12 minutes. Another way you can think about that is just doing 3 per side-ish and taking a little break, and then getting back to it and just not worrying about the time and treating it more like an AMRAP and just doing as many rounds as you can in 12 minutes. That way you're not too worried about keeping up on exact time. And also with the Turkish Get Ups, they might start a little bit slow and then you might get the hang of it and get a little bit faster. And then also you might get tired, so they might slow down again at the end. So it's totally cool to kind of not worry too much about how many exact reps you're getting if you just want to use these next 12 minutes to practice your Turkish Get Ups. I do have to start the clock because the next part is going to take a while too. And again, I'm going to keep doing a few Turkish Get Ups and walking through them. So if you still need help, I'll be here. But if you're ready to just kind of start doing reps on your Turkish Get Ups, then I'm going to start the clock so you can get started on those if you want. 3, 2, 1, go. And so yeah, 3 per side. Trying to do that once every 12 minutes, or again, just practicing them for the next 12 minutes. And so here, we'll go back to in your left hand. And again, I'll just keep doing them if you want. If you want to do them with me, you can. But otherwise, you can totally move on your own. So if it's in my right hand, my right foot's down, my right elbow's down, or sorry, my left foot's down. Left foot, left hand. Digging that right elbow into the ground, big sit up coming all the way up onto your right hand. Put weight in that left foot and in your right hand to hover your butt. Right knee comes underneath. Sitting up, closing your hips, standing up, and then big reverse lunge in the back. Opening up your hips, bringing your hand down so it's right in front of that back knee. Right hand in front of right knee. Hips stay high, weight in your right hand and your left foot. Sweep your knee underneath, dropping your butt where your knee came from, and then elbow down, shoulder down, and all the way down to the ground. And then we'll switch. So right hand, right knee, or sorry, right hand, right foot is on the ground, right knee is up. Left elbow, dig that left elbow into the ground, pushing off your right foot. So that big sit up coming all the way onto your hands. Putting weight in your right hand and your left hand, or your right foot, left hand, hips high, sweeping your knee underneath. Sitting up. Closing the angle of your hips so you can stand up square, and then back reverse lunge, opening up your hips, hand comes down kind of right in front of that knee. Okay, hovering your hips with weight in your foot and in your hand. Drop your butt where your knee came from, elbow down, shoulders down, all the way to the floor. And if you're starting to feel the hang of this, then you could try to do your next couple reps, 2 in a row. So keeping it on my right hand, so dig that elbow in, big sit up, all the way up onto your hand. Hips high, knee through, sitting up, closing the angle of your hips, standing up, reverse lunge with the opposite leg, opening up your hips, hand comes down in front of that right leg, putting weight in your right hand and your left foot, sweeping your leg underneath, dropping your butt where your knee was, elbow down, shoulder down. And then if you're feeling it, maybe try leaving the weight here and go right into the next stretch, digging that elbow in, big sit up, hips high, knee underneath, sitting up, closing that angle of your hips, standing up, reverse lunge, open your hips, hand down in front of your knee, weight in your right hand and your left foot, hovering your hips, dropping your butt down where your knee was, elbow down, shoulder down. Whew. And then you can switch and try doing the next 2 in a row like that. Also, we're coming up on the third minute. So if you did your first 3 already and you've been waiting for the next set, you can do your next set right now. And again, otherwise it's cool to just kind of keep doing reps. Just keep practicing them. And so if you're having any trouble or anything with these, you can definitely like hop off mute and ask me where you're getting stuck, and we can try to work on it together. And make sure you're taking some breaks too, even if you are just practicing and you haven't necessarily been sticking to the 3 set per side, still make sure you're getting a break every once in a while. Nice, yeah, nice job. You're doing great. Again, if you still need any help or anything, please let me know. And we're almost halfway. So hopefully you've done 2 sets, or again, like just using this time to practice your Turkish Get Ups is great too. And also taking breaks, making sure you're getting short breaks as you are moving through this. All right, and we're at 6 minutes. So if you've been waiting for the time to do your 3rd set, you can get after it. And again, if you're still just practicing, that's fine too. I think the transition that's really hard on these is when you're kind of, when you're rolling through here and you get to this point where you're on your hand and your foot. And so here, it's hard to remember that this leg that's in front, it needs to swoop underneath you and come out behind. So that's in the bottom of your leg. So you put these hips up high, almost like we're in a part of that, what do we call those? The, I'll think about it in a second, but you're gonna have your hips high here, and then your knee comes underneath and goes down where your butt was. And so your foot ends up behind you, even though it was in front. And then from there, you know, it becomes pretty much coming out of a lunge. But that is the hardest part, is this part here, and then you're coming back down, and it's like, how do I get this leg out in front of me? And so you're gonna put weight in your left hand and your right foot, and then keeping your hips high, this foot kicks out underneath and your butt comes down where your knee was. That's definitely the tricky part here. So, and then scooping that knee underneath and really just trying to balance yourself with this arm. But yeah, it's like, you know, the ones where we start in the quad crawl and we like twist around and kick, basically like that. I can't remember what those are called right now. You know, I'm always struggling with the technical names of everything. Nice. Yeah, Colleen, nice. Yeah, nice job. Y'all are doing great. I know this is a lot of these too, so definitely make sure you're getting breaks as you need. Maybe right before you need it would be great too. Get that knee underneath your butt. Try to come into the kneeling position before you stand. And we have 3 more minutes. There's 3 minutes left. So maybe you have time for one more set of 3 and 3, or you're just practicing, which is also fine. It's all great. And really, like, no matter how it's going with your Turkish Get Ups, whether they're the most perfect Turkish Get Ups that have ever been done, or we're still kind of figuring it out, it's a really good chance to just kind of move your body around through different planes, you know, opening up your hips, keeping your shoulders in a twist with a weight up over your head. All that stuff is really great. Yeah, get that right knee up under your butt. Yes, nice. Put that knee down. Yeah, there you go, Colleen. Perfect. Nice job. 2 more minutes. All right, and we have 1 minute left. Nice. Yeah, great job. Y'all are doing so great with these. These are hard. And you have 30 more seconds, and if you're done, you know, you can keep resting, but if you want to get a couple more reps in 30 seconds, you know, I love that too. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work with that. Those were very hard. You did great. And so we'll take a little breather as we'll move into the next part of our workout today. And so one big thing that we're going to need to think about going into the next part, first of all, it's going to be a nice long set of conditioning. And it's going to be super important for us during this set to be really conscious of like what our plank position looks like. And so there's no specific planking, but there's a lot of times when we're going to need to like be checking in with our body about what our plank position is and be using that in these movements. And so we're just going to kind of look at that really fast, especially while I'm down here. And so when you're in this plank position, whether you're on your hands or your elbows, what you really want to be doing is being active with your shoulders. So you're pushing the ground away from you. If you're feeling your shoulder blades scrunch together and your chest coming down to the ground, you got to like take a rest, reset, right? If your form is starting to be compromised, that's a really good indication they need to rest.
And then you're gonna come back in here, and you're gonna push the ground away. So your shoulder blades are spreading apart. And you're staying active with your shoulders. And then meanwhile, you're tucking your rib cage down and you're keeping your hips in line with your shoulders. A lot of times in plank, I see this, right? And again, your shoulder blades are coming down, your chest is sinking. And now my back is arched. Bad, don't do that. Big X, okay? Instead, right, we're gonna stay active with our shoulders and you're gonna keep your hips up in line with your shoulders by tucking your belly button to your spine and pulling your rib cage down. And so now I have a nice active core, then my back is supported by all the muscles through my midline, okay? And so what we're gonna be doing in the workout is some push-ups. And so while you're doing your push-ups, I really need you to maintain that tight plank position and not let your chest sink to the floor first. So as you're lowering to the ground in your push-up, whether you're in the plank or on your knees, you really wanna maintain this position and just bend with your elbows. Don't squeeze your shoulder blades together and lead with your chest so that your hips follow your chest rather than scrunching your shoulder blades together and sinking to the ground like that for your push-up. So again, maintain this plank position. Rib cage tucked, belly button to spine, shoulders engaged. And then lead with your chest to the ground and just bend at the elbows. And then here at the bottom, you're gonna release your hands. And then you can drop your knees if you want, and you're gonna push up. And then starting again in plank or on your knees, but active shoulders, bending with your elbows first, leading with your chest, okay? And so this workout has a total of 120 push-ups. I can't do 120 push-ups, so I would modify these. And again, starting in the plank, lowering down and pushing up on your knees, doing something that's gonna be able to keep you into this workout, or just doing them all on your knees. And then again, releasing your hands at the bottom, re-engaging and coming up to that plank at the top. Also grabbing a bench and doing them to the bench, anything like that would be great. And then the next thing we're gonna be doing is some swings with your dumbbell or kettlebell or whatever you have. And this is also like an important time to be thinking about the plank, because similarly to our plank position, when we're in the top of our kettlebell swing, we really don't want to be leaning back or scrunching our shoulder blades together. We really want to be tight and braced in our core. And so your top of your kettlebell swing should actually just be a standing plank. And so as you're swinging, again, you're gonna get a little dip and you're just gonna stand up tall and you'll be in this standing plank at the top, squeezing your belly button to your spine, rib cage down, as opposed to this, right? We don't wanna see that. You're standing tall and you're in a nice standing plank position at the top. So you're staying tight and engaged the whole time, bracing your midline as we do these swings. So again, supporting your back with all the muscles in your midline. And then the last movement is double unders. And so you can do some dubs, or you could do pretend double unders, or you could do rope skips, pretend rope skips, dumbbell toe taps. You could jump laterally over your dumbbell if you want. I like that option, but anything you want. And so what we're gonna do is you're gonna have 4 minutes to finish 20 hand release push-ups, 30 swings, 75 double unders. And if you don't finish, that's totally fine. Also, if you wanna not do the whole 20 push-ups, if you wanna drop those reps down, which is definitely what I would do if I was doing this workout, you can drop those reps down. You don't have to do all 20 hand release push-ups. You can do like 15 or 10 or however many feels reasonable to you. And if you get done way early, then you can kind of keep up with and just do extra jump rope things. Or again, if you're done early, you can just enjoy some extra rest. That's totally fine. Resting is great. So again, 4 minutes for your first set to do 20 push-ups or however many you want, 30 swings and 75 dubs. Then we'll rest 1 minute. Then you'll have 6 minutes to do 40 hand release push-ups, 50 swings, and 100 dubs. And rest 1 minute. And then we'll have 8 minutes to do 60 push-ups, 70 swings, and 125 double unders. And so really keeping in mind that the reps increase as we go, the times get longer as we go. So in that first set, again, if you're really not sure about the push-ups, like it's totally cool to modify. And then, you know, if at the end you want to do all 60 of those ones, like you definitely have a chance to do more push-ups at the end. So try to be reasonable with yourself about how many push-ups you think you're going to get. And don't feel pressured to do 120 push-ups today. But also like modify them and do 120 push-ups on your knees. Like that's awesome. And that's also going to help you get stronger in the same ways that doing a whole bunch of push-ups or bench press with. So don't be ashamed to do these on your knees. Don't be ashamed to like drop the reps down. I know a lot of times when we see the prescribed workout, we feel married to it, but especially today, I just want to warn you about the push-ups. There's so many push-ups, but you get it. You're grown-ups now. And if there's any other questions, otherwise we'll get started. Okay, cool. And so the first set is just 4 minutes. You get 20 push-ups, 30 swings, 75 dubs. And again, if you don't finish, that's fine. And if you do, you get some extra rest. Okay, we'll start in 10 seconds. And it starts with 20 of those push-ups. Or again, if you want to modify the reps on the push-ups. 2, 1, go. Nice work. Okay, we're 30 seconds in, and again, just slow and steady on these push-ups is great. All right, we've got 3 more minutes. Nice. And yeah, after you finish your push-ups for this set, you're gonna do 30 swings. Or again, you can modify the swings too. Maybe you're not as scared of the push-ups as me, but you don't want to do 30 swings. That's totally fine. Nice. And we're halfway through this set. And again, it's 20 of the push-ups, 30 of the swings, and then 75 of your jump rope option. Nice. And we've got about 90 seconds left. And remember, we do get a minute of rest before we start the next one. Maybe I didn't even say that part, but we get a minute of rest. Nice, we've got 30 seconds left. And then we'll take a 1-minute break. Nice work, y'all are doing great. Nice. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we'll take a 1-minute break. And so after this 1-minute rest, we'll have 6 minutes for the next set. And you're gonna do 40 push-ups, or maybe just
some more than you did last time, followed by 50 swings. And again, those can be one arm swings too. You can alternate 25 per side, and then 100 of your jump rope option. And we'll start that in 30 seconds. And same thing, if you finish, you get to rest. And if you're not done at the end, that's totally fine. And modify the reps however you like if you want to. 40 push-ups, 50 swings, 100 double unders. In 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Some more push-ups. Y'all did great with the last set. Maybe I shouldn't have been that scared. Maybe it's just the last round that's scary. Nice. Work on these. I'd really try to remember that plank position on your push-ups, making sure your midline's staying engaged through these. You're not arching your back. Yes, nice. You're doing great. And we've got 4 more minutes for this set. Keep getting through all these reps. You're doing great. Way to be here. Show up for yourself. Spend some time moving around a little bit and taking care of your body. So good. You definitely need that. Starting to see a little bit of light out there. Make it into the daylight. And yeah, this set we had 40 of the push-ups, 50 of the swings, and 100 of the double unders. But again, if you're playing around with those reps, that's totally fine. Nice job, doing great. We've got 90 seconds left. And again, we'll get another minute to rest. One more minute. Yeah, maybe an extra minute to rest if you're finished, but otherwise we've got one more minute to keep working on those reps. Nice. We've got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and we'll take our rest. We've got 1 minute to rest. And then we'll do the last set. 8 minutes to do 60 push-ups, 70 swings, and 125 double unders. And again, however you want to do that is great. Doing awesome. So strong. And we've got 20 more seconds, and then we'll go into it. The last 8 minutes here, 60 push-ups, 70 swings, 125 dubs. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. More push-ups. These are your last push-ups, but it's kind of a lot. Yeah, break these up early and often. Take short breaks and get going again. But before you get to failure, definitely take some breaks, and that'll make it easier to make it through the whole set. Yeah, nice work, everybody. Keeping that midline nice and tight on your push-ups and your swings, on your jump ropes too, you know, just always. And we've got 6 more minutes, 2 minutes into this last round. 60 push-ups, 70 swings, 125 jump ropes, or, you know, however many you're deciding to do is also amazing. Yes, you're doing great, getting through it. Keep it up, everyone. Doing so great. So strong, getting through all these push-ups. Yes, great work. Getting through this stuff. It looks awesome. We've got 3 more minutes. All right, there's 2 more minutes. You got 2 more minutes to get as far as you can. Or if you finish, then you get some extra rest. Looks like we all finished our push-ups, yay. Now we just got some swings and jumps to do. Finishing strong. Just taking care of yourself as needed. That's also always great. That's the most important thing, really. Yes, great job. There's 1 minute left. 1 more minute. And then we do have a finisher for today. I feel like I hadn't warned you yet. Maybe you saw it coming up. It'll be a 5-minute AMRAP, and we'll get into it right away when we're finished. If you don't have time, don't feel pressured to stick around for the finisher. Totally optional. Maybe a nice cool down, some core work, keeping that midline nice and strong. But again, there is a finisher for today if you want to stick around. We got 30 more seconds for this part. Your last 8 minutes, your last jumps. We've got 20 more seconds to get those in there. Doing so great. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Or maybe you finish just in time. That's great. Well done with all of that. That was a lot of reps, and you did great. That was sweet. So again, there is a little finisher here. We'll try to get into it right away to get you going. It's going to be a 5-minute AMRAP, so we'll get the clock going, and you'll have 5 minutes to just move through some reps. So if you get 1 set, that's awesome, and if you get 10 sets, also awesome. But we're going to do some dead bugs, one of my favorites. Again, you're going to glue that low back to the ground. Talk about that a lot by pulling your belly button to your spine, keeping this low back down. You're going to reach up with your arms, knees bent, and you're going to reach one arm back as the opposite leg extends this way. So my left arm goes back, my right leg extends. These other limbs don't move. You got to keep them nice and still, and then we'll reset back to the middle, and then switch. And we're going to do these nice and slow for today. Slow and steady, keeping that low back really glued to the ground, making sure you're engaging that midline, pulling your belly button to spine. Also, my right arm doesn't really bend straight back over my head, so I'm going to show you this way too. I'm reaching this arm straight back, unless, again, I'm injured. So if you're not injured, you can just reach that arm straight back. Okay, and then the other one is a Russian twist. And so you're going to come up a little bit more, so you're more on your butt than your low back. And then you're just going to tap the ground to your right, tap the ground to your left, and you can hover your feet if you want that extra challenge. And so we'll just have 5 minutes to do 20 reps. 20 reps of dead bugs and 20 reps of Russian twists, as many rounds as you're feeling. So it can be a nice steady cool down if you like, or maybe you want to go really fast. It's totally up to you, whatever you want. But we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. And again, totally optional if you want to just stretch and cool down, or if you've got to get off to do all the other important things in your life, that's fine too. But thanks for getting here this morning and taking care of your body for a little bit. That's really nice. You definitely need that. And our lives are all so busy. There's so much pressure on us to not worry about our bodies until something goes wrong, so taking care of ourselves on a daily basis is so great. Good job taking the time to be here and getting some extra work on your finisher. You look awesome. And again, it all starts with your midline, so it's good to get some extra work on that in. Nice job with your dead bugs. Y'all look so great. Keeping that stationary arm and leg nice and stationary. Looks so good. And that was 1 minute. So we got 4 minutes left to just keep doing some dead bugs and Russian twists. Make it nice and slow and steady reps, 20 of each.
Bye, team. Gotta go.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 more minutes for our finisher. And yeah, totally understand if you have to go. I think we're running a little late today. There was a lot of words today. I did a lot of explaining. And we're halfway through. Got like 2.5 more minutes for this, again, if you want.
I need to go too. Have a good day, everyone.
Good, have a great day. Thanks for being here. 2 more minutes for some dead bugs and Russian twists. If you're still hungry for them. Doing great. There's 1 minute left. Thirty more seconds. Doing so great. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Wow, nice job. Good work, everyone, especially if you've made it here to the end. Pats on the back, taking care of yourself on a Friday.